short demo. I'll tell you how you can get up and running Meta's new Llama 3.1 model in your local machine and get an interface as much as like ChatGPT. And we'll also compare for the same query results from Llama 3.1 running in my local machine and ChatGPT. It is not to be prescriptive whether one is better or there. We'll just show you both. Now I'm gone to ollama.com. This is an application that you can download for free and install in your machine. You just need to have a capable GPU in your machine, which I've got. Now once you have Llama downloaded and installed, you can actually go to the model library and download various open source libraries. The one we are interested is Llama 3.1. I've already downloaded and installed, and I've also run it. Llama run Llama 3.1 latest is how I do. The actual instructions are in my earlier video, and you can also read it in the docs. But this is a command line interface, and many of us may not prefer this command line interface to interact with a model. So we might want to use something better as like a ChatGPT interface. So that's where OpenWebUI come. This is another open source project called openwebui.com. And if you go to docs.openwebui.com, you can actually get the Docker instruction, just one line Docker command. And if you have Docker in your machine, you run this command. It's going to install all the packages, software that's needed to run OpenWebUI. I've done that, so I've got my Docker and OpenWebUI here running in this particular port in my machine. Both Llama and OpenWebUI are free. You just need to have capable machine to run in your machine. Now that I have Llama, I'm going to go to this local instance of Llama 3.1 in my machine. I've given a prompt. Tell me a fun fact about British Empire in India, and it says about how British Empire allowed peasants to grow poppy, but they cannot harvest it. It's a fun fact. But this model, this is an 8B model, 8 billion parameter. The actual Llama 3.1 is 400 plus parameter, 400 plus billion parameter model, but that you can't run on your local machine. You need to run it on a cloud infrastructure. Now this is Llama 3.1 running. We'll probably give another, tell me a fun fact about America in the 19th century. I'm just going with historical things. So it gives you, so this model has some real world knowledge, even though it's an 8 billion parameter model running in my local machine. Now let's take an interesting thing. I've given a blog post here, and I've asked it to say, can you summarize this blog post in one paragraph? And this is Llama 3.1. That's why I've done a dark theme here, but it looks more or less like ChatGPT. For clarity, I've set it to dark theme. So I've given a blog post about a movie I watched recently about Leave the World Behind movie, and it's written. And I somehow seem to like the Llama 3.1's language tone. It says, I recently watched Leave the World Behind, a movie about a family who escapes, and it goes about to summarize this movie blog post that I've written. Let's go to ChatGPT and see the same prompt. I've given the same prompt, can you summarize this blog post? And it says in the blog post, the author shares their thoughts on the film Leave the World Behind, and so on. Somehow I seem to like the tone that Llama 3.1 does, but of course ChatGPT is very sophisticated when you go into more complex. This summarization is a very simple use case, but as you take up more complex things, ChatGPT really shines. But for simple use cases, if you have a capable GPU, you can run, like we saw, Llama and Llama 3.1 in your local machine and get these kind of results in your local machine. Thank you.